Trying times are these, and in these trying times, a new pope selected, Pope Francis, the first Latin America pope, the first Jesuit as well. Some interesting things, just a quick read about this pope. A lot of individuals were, wondering where his sensibilities lie, so to speak. He broke away, reportedly a long time ago, from the liberation theology, sort of leftist theology within the church. Which is good news, but it remains to be seen what direction will he take and will he take the church into. As someone, I'm not Catholic. I have family members who are Catholic. I was raised Baptist and am non-denominational. I don't know. I look at it and I see a very important move, and stepping back, not just for the church. And here's what I'm thinking of. You have the first pope from Latin America, and Catholicism has grown, has exploded in Latin America. And in fact, that's where the bulk, according to multiple reports, the bulk of Catholics reside in Latin America. This is also a battleground right now for communism. In Latin America, you have those individuals who wish to be free fighting against communist governments. In Argentina, from where the new Pope Francis is from, they have a statist government, a socialist government. Cristina Fernandez is the president of Argentina. She's currently locked into a conflict right now with Great Britain over the Falkland Islands, so on and so forth, who voted just recently by an overwhelming margin to remain British citizens. There is a tug of war going on in Latin America, spiritually and politically. And it's very poignant to me that this is the first Latin America pope and that he was from Argentina, because I look at how the pieces of the puzzle are falling in place. And I see someone who has the position of waging considerable influence in Latin America. As standing from the outside, I look and I see problems of government, problems with government, problems which will lead to big government are always caused by atrophy of the spirit. It's caused by atrophy of the faith. Wherever faith is weak is where you have opportunity for exploitation. Wherever people have forgotten how to be stewards to their fellow man voluntarily so that it edifies them, and they can glorify God through care for their fellow man. Whenever people don't do that, government sees an opportunity for exploitation. They come in and say that they can do it just as well, if not better, than those voluntary people of faith. And it never happens that way. Millions have died from governments like communist governments. Communism has killed millions of people, all in the name of trying to take care of your fellow man, for the people of the people. It's that atrophy of faith which has contributed to the explosion of big government. It is an atrophy of faith that I think that gave way for communism, gave way for socialism, statism, that does absolutely nothing for the people. All it does is foster resentment, mediocrity. And I look at what's happening in Latin America. I have several friends, one of whom I spoke with the other day, born in Venezuela, citizen of the United States, works in new media. And the conflict between free-loving citizens in Latin America and status, it's growing and growing. And here you have the first Latin American pope. Someone through the church, someone through the gospel has the chance, has the opportunity to show the bulk of their church, of the Catholic Church faithful. This is what happens when you actually don't just read the words in the Bible, but you live them. You are voluntary stewards for your fellow man. You see a need, you fill the need. You don't export the job out to government. You don't leave these people to be prey to a government that will simply use them. And when they're all used up, they're thrown away. This new pope has a very fabulous opportunity through the gospel to help the faithful in Latin America, which is where statism is trying to get a stronghold, fight back against that godless statism. Their God isn't our God. Their God is government. Their God is power. Many people are going to be, many people who aren't even Catholic are going to be watching this Pope. And as I said, while I am not a Catholic, the importance of what happened is not lost upon me. The importance of what happened, I hear it from my friends who are from Latin America. People that I've met throughout my work who live in Venezuela, who live in Colombia. I know a writer writes conservative politics from Chile. They're all watching and hoping and praying that this new pope won't just usher in an era of change and for the Catholic Church getting to God and cleaning up the church and putting the focus back on the gospel and getting the media is always going to attack the church regardless. They always will. They'll always find something to, and it's not just one denomination. Anyone who worships Jesus is attacked. But this is an opportunity for this Pope to effect change in Latin America and be a catalyst for change for the world.